Hi, so welcome to another messy video. I know I'm sitting really low at the moment, but I'm going to be talking about some books I don't think I've talked about yet, like at all. I don't even remember if I showed this shelf in my bookshelf tour video when I first started my channel, but I'm going to be talking about my Stephen King books. My cat's coughing. We're okay. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about my Stephen King books. So, I'm going to pull those out real quick before I talk about them. Okay, there. Fixed it. So, I'm going to be talking about my unread Stephen King books for right now. Because, hold on. Sorry, had to fix one. Because I have quite a few I've read and quite a few I haven't read. I don't know, I haven't been in a Stephen King mood in a year. Mainly because Mainly because the last couple books I read were his really, really, really long ones. Well, not in a row. It took me forever to read it. Reading it took me 2 years. Because I kept telling myself, don't start another Stephen King book until you finish it. It's over 1,000 pages. It's 1,173 pages. And no, you're not going in the little hidey hole that's open now. And then I read some other ones like Christine and Elevation, 1922. Things like that. Finally, while I was in school, just because I was whatever. And then I started reading The Stand, which is even longer than it. Which also took me a while to read, but that one only took me a year because I tried switching up between listening to an audiobook and reading the actual book because I got it in mass market paperback. So the print was small and the book was heavy. So my wrists and hands would hurt from holding it, and I was getting headaches from, the small print. With and without glasses. Because, yes, I do wear glasses. I'm just bad at wearing them. Period. So, yeah, let's get into what I haven't read. And probably what else won't read till this fall. Unless I get into a weird mood, because, So first we have The Night Shift. I haven't read this one. It's fairly new. I bought it, it was one of the first things I got on Pango Books. Because a lot of people are, have been selling Stephen King books for really, really cheap. And Night Shift is about, oh, I see, okay. So this one's one of his short story collections. So it's not one specific thing. I'm sorry, I'm kind of bad at keeping track of what stories are full stories and what stories are short stories. So, let's see. Also, I always did this goofy thing in some of my books where I would highlight the books of his I need. So if you guys are curious, which you're probably not, but I'm not gonna list them all, but I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, nope. Wait. I'm confused because some of the ones I've highlighted I have now. Also, I'm confused of why oh, wait, no, never mind. Now I'm confused because I have The Shining highlight. Okay, yeah. I had The Shining highlighted, and I was like, I have The Shining now. I don't have them in order. Also, I'm sorry if you hear my cat meowing. I don't know why he does that. I'm so unorganized. I'm sorry. I'm just procrastinating on my reading vlog. You can see it right there. Like, I'm barely even halfway through that. That book's giving me anxiety because it's so long. Anyways, next I got the Tommyknockers. It's very damaged looking. So, kind of what started a lot of my Stephen King collection was my grandparents, when I lived up north, they went to get one of the cars, like the car worked on. And my grandma was sitting there waiting. And she looked and she asked the guy, she's like, hey, you must be like a huge Stephen King fan or something, because he had a bunch of books on the table. And he was like, no, but if you want them, you can take them. And she was like, oh, okay, I'll bring them home for my granddaughter. So I came home from school and she was like, there was a bag on the floor and she was like, here, that's for you. And I was like, okay, interesting. And I got a bunch of books. And then one book that wasn't a Stephen King book, which I don't have anymore. Because it was weird. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I don't know. I think there's like a sex scene and I'm not about those in books. They make me uncomfy. You're being a butt. Can you not? The next book is Dolores Claiborne. I struggle with this one every time. Just gonna knock over my pile. Stop it. I don't remember how I got this one. This is either part of that, like, collection I got, or my grandparents got me this at a garage sale. So I don't think I got it myself. Actually, I'm thinking now. I think I'm going to show you guys my other Stephen King books that I've read, but we're going to go with what I haven't read first. Next, I have Insomnia. I got this at a thrift store. I was really excited because at the time I was like, I want to read Insomnia. Because I was seeing copies of the book everywhere, like teachers having it in my school library. I don't know why I just didn't pick it up, but I was like, I want my own copy to read. So I got it. I still haven't read it. Next is The Dark Half. Also, I'm sorry I'm not really giving much about what these are about. I really don't know what a lot of them are about. Oh, and then this one is weird. So, Under the Dome, part 1 and 2. I had Under the Dome part 2 for a really, really, really long time. I got it at like a tent at like this little fair thing I went to for like 4th of July, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I think the price is still in here. Yeah, it was $2. So of course I was like, okay, $2. And then, you know, obviously because it was part 2 and I don't think I realized that until I got home. And I was like, oh crap, I can't read it. Until I finally got part 1, which I think I ordered on Amazon. I don't remember. But anyways, next I got Needful Things, which I believe is another short story collection. Maybe. If I can get into a table of contents. Maybe it's not. No, it is not. Okay, never mind. It's not short story. It's an actual story. Next, I have The Shining. We all know and love The Shining. Shining's one of my favorites. Even though I have not read or watched Doctor Sleep. I almost bought a copy and I never did. So I'm kind of sad that I don't have it. It'd be cool if I did. But at the moment I don't. I know there's also a book that also recently came out called Billy Summers, I think, by Stephen King, and I haven't gotten that either, but at Target it's so expensive. Oh, next. I think this is like the first thing I got to start my Stephen King collection was The Dark Tower, the first one. I don't remember how many books are in that series, but it's a lot. It's like too many. Oh, next I got The Long Walk. And then I have The Dead Zone. Oh, this one. I had it like weird. I had them split like a bit to have them be like, oh yeah, these ones I've read, these ones I haven't read. And I don't know why I had this on the opposite side. I have not read Misery. I do not remember reading Misery. I don't think I've ever read Misery. I want to read Misery really bad. Really, 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 really bad. Yeah, I've never read Misery. Or watched it. I've never seen the movie either. Bad at me, I know. I want to really bad. Another one I haven't read is Firestarter. And they're actually remaking the movie for this for some reason. But yeah, they're remaking. This is Firestarter. And finally, the last one I haven't read. There isn't a dust jacket on it, by the way, because that's the way I bought it. Sadly, because it is used. Is from a Buick 8. So, I have no idea what it's about. I can't remember. I feel like it's like another weird haunted car story like Christine. But yeah, that's what I haven't read. So let me readjust this pile and I'll get my pile out of the ones I have read just so you guys all know what all Stephen King books I have. Okay, I just got my pile. Well, piles. Because the last two I need to put on top are hardcover and heavy, and it was starting to tip over the main pile I have here because it's uneven. And that would have landed on my cat in her cat bed. But, keep thinking there's like one more book on the shelf. It's not a Stephen King book. It's just a book that was really thick that didn't fit on my other shelves. So, these are not in order, by the way, of Stephen King books I've read and finished. They were just kind of however the hell I pulled them out and fit them in. But one book I have is The Institute. This was a lot bigger than when I read it. But yeah, this is pretty much kids that like get abducted. Kinda. And they're like thrown in this weird institution where they're like I think they have powers and just like they practically get tortured and they're scared, and there's a group of kids who try to escape, and I believe they do. But yeah, I loved The Institute. It was so good. 10 out of 10 100% recommend The Institute. It is so good. Also, look at that cover. That's so cool. I love it. I love the colors. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where to put these. Next is a more recent short story collection. Don't ask me when these all came out. I read these all in high school. I'm not that old. I'm 19, but read them in high school. So next I read was If It Bleeds, which is a short story collection. I have something highlighted in here somewhere that was a really funny quote, and I've been trying to think of it lately. That's probably what made me think of doing this video. I gotta find it, because it was absolutely hilarious. Because I think it's from this weird short story. From the, I guess group that, I found it. This group that worked together. If you guys have read the, Mr. Mercedes Trilogy. So it was from a story of, a short story, I think, of, another little crime they had to do. And I guess it involved Valentine's Day, because here they're talking about a Valentine's Day card. And they're talking, no, I don't know what they're talking about. But the quote was, "Do you send your dildo a card on Valentine's Day?" I don't know why I found that so funny. It's still funny. Don't get me wrong. Oh no, the dust jacket. Dust jacket's kind of torn. Was there anything interesting on the cover? I feel like, no, there wasn't. Sometimes I feel like there were interesting things on the hardcovers when there wasn't. Whoa, bonking books. This video is a mess. I'm so sorry. Anyways, next book I read, like I mentioned, took me 2 freaking years to finish. It. By Stephen King. This hella chonker took me 2 years. I watched reading vlogs of people finish this in 24 hours. I can't remember who it was. And I don't know how the hell she did it. But she finished it in 24 hours. I'm sorry. No. I could finish maybe anywhere. I could finish short books that time. I could probably finish a 700-page book in 24 hours. I am not going to be able to finish a 1,173-page book in 24 hours. No. But yeah, that was read. And then I read Christine. I love Christine. Christine is one of my all-time favorites. I grew up watching this movie. I shouldn't say that. That's bad, but, like, I did. My mom didn't monitor me well as a kid, but when Halloween movies came on, she let me watch them with her. She didn't care. I watched Halloween. I watched Friday the 13th. I watched Nightmare on Elm Street. I watched the Scream movies. I'd watch Creepshow, Christine, The Shining. What else was there? Cat's Eye, anything. My mom really didn't care. She should have, but she didn't. I mean, my dad never really cared what I saw either, I guess. Next is a novella, but it's The Mist. This one, I don't remember very well. I know there's a movie on Netflix for it, too. I don't think I watched it. Maybe I did. This one's another short story collection. Came out a few years ago. The Bazaar of Bad Dreams. I love this cover. It's so pretty. Yeah. So this one has some short stories. They're kind of funky. Kind of weird. Ooh, and then there's this one. So this book he wrote with his son, Owen. Called Sleeping Beauties. I also love this cover. I don't know, I guess he just had a thing for having a pretty black cover with the writing in red and then like blue and white kind of thing. And this story was pretty much about women who would all of a sudden fall asleep and they would stay asleep. And I think it had something to do with moths, and it was really weird until they figured it out. Oh, and then this one, I binged pretty quickly. The Outsider. This one was pretty good. I think I binged this one out, because I was reading it with, like, a class. Like, I have a class reading book for this, and then I was reading a different book, which I believe was The Institute. Because I think they're the same, like, amount of pages long. Just one was hardcover and heavier, and then this one that's like a paperback. And then I have this one, Pet Sematary. Yes, I've seen the movie. I've seen the original. I've seen the new one. I've now read the book. It's so weird. Like, I like Pet Sematary, but I also understand why Stephen King didn't want it to be published, because it scared him. His own story scared him. I think that should tell us something. Alright, this one. I got this one it's like a birthday present. I think my 15th, 16th birthday, one of the two. And this book gave me actual nightmares. This was the first book in history I've ever read that gave me nightmares. And that is Rose Matter. The story is about a woman who escapes a violent, 15-year relationship with her husband. And he tries to hunt her down after she runs away. And, wailed over her. And, it's kind of effed up, man. This book. I think it was a thing where it felt way too real to me. Especially as years went on. And especially the recent events within the last few years of how bad police brutality in general has been. Gives me anxiety just thinking about it. But yeah, this book, it's good. I liked it, but it was horrifying. Another novella, 1922, which is about a man and his son who kills his wife. There's a movie on Netflix for this. The movie on Netflix is fucking gross. I was disturbed, and I had to, stop watching. It's good, but it was gross. Then this one, I believe, is another novella. I love the cover. Oh, it's so pretty. Elevation. I don't remember what this one was about. Might need to reread this one at some point. I don't remember what it's about. I think I read it in one of my classes really quick because I was procrastinating. And this one's another bunch of short stories, but everything's eventual. This one was really rough for me to read. I don't know, I just felt like they were too long, and I read a bunch of them, but I also didn't read some of them, or just sped through them. I don't think I DNF'd the book. I was just these stories are too long. You crammed 14 stories into this. It was just too much. Alright, final two. The next chonker boy, The Stand. Also, yes, the back corner is a little damaged now because of how I accidentally had them smooshed in the bookshelf. But yeah, The Stand took me a while. This is pretty much about a plague affecting people, which of course is a really good, interesting to find and read, when COVID started. But yeah, because I also think that's when I was trying to get an audiobook. I was just going to read it as an ebook instead of an audiobook, but a lot of people wanted it, and it's yeah, let's read something about an illness going around while there's a real life illness going around in our real life world. And finally, the last book I read by Stephen King was Later, which is new. It came out last year. Took me a while to finish because I was moving and I didn't realize I didn't have it with me when I moved. Which was dumb. But this one's kind of weird. It's not like The Dark Tower where that's more fantasy, whereas other books are horror. We're gonna mess with your head. This one is one of his true crime ones. On the back it shows a couple other or not true crime. Is that what I said? A crime novel, mystery, his other two that are on the back. Hard case crime, I guess, is what it says in the back. And the other two, I guess, are The Colorado Kid and Joyland, which I haven't read, because I obviously don't own them. Well, I shouldn't say that, but, I don't own them, and I don't think I've ever seen them in a library that I've paid attention to. But yeah, those are all my Stephen King books. I really like Stephen King. I enjoy his movies. I enjoy his books. I'm sad that I haven't been in the mood to, like, read them recently. I also want his new books that have been coming out, because I need to catch up. I also need a lot of his old books. Actually, you know what? Let's go through some books I need from him for craps and giggles. So, I need Carrie, Salem's Lot, Cujo, The Talisman with Peter Straub. I don't know what that was. The Eyes of the Dragon, Dark Tower 2, Dark Tower 3, Gerald's Game, Desperation, Green Mile, Dark Tower 4, Bag of Bones, The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon, Dreamcatcher, Black House, The Dark Tower 5, 6, and 7, Colorado Kid, Cell, Lizzie's Story, Doohickey, 11/22/63, Dark Tower 8, The Wind Through the Keyhole, Joyland, Dr. Sleep, Mr. Mercedes, Revival, and then I guess ones from when he went by the pen name Richard Bachman would be Rage, Roadwork, Running Man. I need a replacement for Thinner. I gave that to a friend and I haven't gotten it back. The Regulators and Blaze. And then for story collections and novellas, I need Different Seasons, Skeleton Crew, 4 Past Midnight, Nightmares and Dreamscapes, Hearts in Atlantis, nope, I have that one. Just After Sunset, Blockade Billy, and Full Dark No Stars. I don't think I'm gonna get the non-fiction ones, but those ones are Danse Macabre, sorry, and On Writing and Faithful with Stuart Onan. And then screenplays, or I guess one's based on movies. So Creepshow, Cat's Eye, Silver Bullet, Maximum Overdrive, Golden Years, Sleepwalkers, Storm of the Century, and Rose Red. Sorry, that scared me. I've had unknown numbers calling me a lot, and it freaks me out really bad. I've had 2 just call me today. I don't know why they're calling me. I don't like it. Like, if I don't know you, don't call me. That's my thing. It's just like, I don't know you, don't call me. Because it's like, if your number's not saved in my contacts, I'm not going to answer your number. Okay, that gave me really bad anxiety. I'm gonna shut my door and then close out this video. Hold on. Okay, that was horrifying. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's not like my normal content, I guess, even though I just made a video talking about my finished manga series. So I think now I'm just gonna find something to watch so I can reshelf these books. But I hope you enjoyed. My socials will be in the description. My bingo books will be down in the description. If you want to check that out, if you want to find my social media and see what other stuff I post there, I'm gonna go reshelf these books and, I don't know, maybe watch some Sailor Moon and chill out a bit before my dad comes home. So, yeah. See you guys next time. Bye.